Hello everybody, welcome to my first video for Whiskey Business. I'm gonna make, since it's my first video, I figured we would start with breakfast, but it's already later in the day, so we're gonna do brunch. But don't worry, brunch is a perfect time, any meal to eat any time of the day. So this first one is gonna be a sweet potato, kale, bacon, pepper hash with some eggs on top. It's gonna be good for you, easy, healthy, except for the bacon, and under $20. I don't actually have whiskey in my cup, but you know, it's Whiskey Business, so probably whiskey. Let's get started. All right, I have my sweet potatoes all peeled. Little tip, because sweet potatoes will brown easily, just put them in a bowl of cold water and add a little bit of lemon juice. I just squeezed it and threw that little bit of lemon in there, and that will keep them from browning while you get everything else ready. You can buy already prepped sweet potato hash, you know, chopped up hash browns, whatever. But this is what I had on hand, so I wasn't gonna go out and buy anything. Using everything that we got in the pantry today. I have everything chopped up now. I did a whole bag of sweet mini peppers that mostly were orange, but that's okay. They're my favorite anyway. And about 2 cups of chopped kale. I buy a big bag of the chopped kale, and then I put it in a resealable freezer bag and keep it in the freezer. That way it doesn't go bad, it doesn't get freezer burn, as long as I'm making sure it's sealed tight. And that way I can put it in soups and pastas without having it all go to waste. And then the added bonus, Bruno, that was my really bad attempt at whistling. You can take the little stems and feed them to your peppers. And now we'll cut up the bacon. Last minute addition, the husband asked me to throw in a little heat. He always likes to add a little bit of spice to everything, so I've got 1 jalapeno and 1 small habanero. Dice them up in the heat. If you're not familiar with it, you don't cook with a lot of peppers, the heat is going to come mostly from the seeds and the stems. So make sure to take those out and you're good to go. If you don't like a lot of heat, I'd stick with just the jalapeno. If you're a fan, do both. I had a leftover sweet onion, so it's probably 1 small sweet onion or half of a regular size onion, a good handful of flat leaf parsley that I had on hand. Like I said, I'm using everything that I had on hand already. A lot of this stuff I bought with the intention of making something, and it was getting time to use up or it was gonna go bad. I only had these little sweet potatoes left, not quite big enough for a full meal, but perfect for a hash. And we're gonna take 6 slices of thick cut bacon, and I'm going to chop them up, cut them up into little thin matchstick sizes, and I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done. I got my cast iron nice and hot. Now we're gonna add our bacon. So they're not quite as thin as matchstick sizes, but you get the idea. You just want to cut them up into little strips, and we're going to cook that down until just some of the fat renders, and then we'll add our peppers and our onions, and then the sweet potatoes and the kale. It's been a few minutes. My bacon is still cooking, but not yet crispy, and now it's time to add the onions, and I'm going to do the jalapeno and the habanero first. Let that cook just a little bit, and then I'm going to add my sweet potatoes. Time to add the sweet potatoes. Make sure to give them a good nice coating so that they can mix in with all that bacon fat and the peppers and the onions and all that goodness. Now that I've got my potatoes coated evenly, I just added a little bit of paprika and some smoked rock fire salt. I'm sure you guys don't have that on hand, because why would you? But just some paprika or smoked paprika and a little bit of kosher salt is going to do the trick. Now just stir them up and then cover them for just a few minutes, making sure that the potatoes aren't going to burn. The hash is coming together very nicely. The potatoes are getting cooked. Time to add the peppers and the kale. The sweet peppers, I should clarify. And we're going to give that a toss and cook it for just a few more minutes, and then we're going to do the egg on top. Okay, our hash is perfect right now. It's not sticking. We don't want it to get browned or burnt on the bottom. So now it's time for us to add our eggs. I have not perfected the 1 egg crack yet, so don't judge. Trying to keep all the eggs together. And we're just gonna cover that, let them cook until those eggs are done, and we're good to go. Let's see how it looks. Perfection. I had one egg break, but you know, what are you gonna do? And there we have it, everybody. Our sweet potato, pepper, bacon, kale, hash brown with an egg on top. Serves for under $20. Can't beat that. I hope you enjoy.